Hello and welcome to the Optimistic Gardener in the Kitchen series of videos where I'm looking to inspire you to use all that lovely fresh veg you've been growing in your optimistic garden and use it in some great fresh home cooked dishes. Now this week I've got a bit of a treat for you again actually. Now I'm not too sure whether you've actually noticed, but I'm British, and one of the great British institutions of modern day is Friday night, a few beers and a curry. And we absolutely love curry. It's literally our second national dish, I think, in the UK. And you can go to any village around the country and there'll be a couple of things. There'll be a pub, a curry house and a Chinese. We love both of those institutions. So today, or this weekend actually, I'm looking to create a few of my favourite dishes that I regularly cook, inspired by my days in the UK and the trip down to the curry house. Today I'm going to look at the first of those great British institutions, the appetizer, the Indian appetizer. And obviously that's not a British institution, but when you go to a curry house in the UK, the number one thing you always get when you're in a group of people Friday night is an order of poppadoms and a selection of appetizers, whether they be a nice tomato spicy dip or the yogurt based raita, and then there's always that fiery green chutney that nobody particularly likes, but it's absolutely fire breathing stuff. But so I've done my own take on the green chutney, and this one is particularly nice and it's still fiery. So today I'm going to cook three of those of my favourite appetizers. I'm not actually going to cook, I'm preparing them because they're all raw and fresh tasting. So I'm going to prepare a yogurt raita, which is a beautiful yogurt and mint chilli sort of dips, nice and fresh, cooling after you've tasted that green chutney. I'm also going to create the green chutney, which is absolutely delicious but hot. And then I'm going to do a nice little sweet and sour tomato relish. And we'll knock them all up, make some poppadoms, and we'll see how it all looks and tastes. So the first one I'm going to do is the easy one, is the raita. So that is a yogurt based dish. So what do we need? We need some yogurt, we need some onion. I've just got, again, these are all, the majority of these ingredients will be, the fresh ingredients will be from my garden. So I've got some mint, some coriander, some young onions here. My big onions are nearly ready but not quite ready. I'm going to use these onions. Tomatoes for later. I'm going to hold my hands up now. Chilies. My chilies have been a complete failure this year, so I've had to buy some chilies. So I need one chili, some honey, some sugar, and some mint sauce. Now I've made my own mint sauce because I've got quite a bit of mint in the garden, which is quite easy. But if you're making this dish at a time when you haven't got any mint or can't get hold of fresh mint, another easy thing, if I can find it, is just buy some mint sauce really. It's just as tasty, but you know, again, I want to use the fresh dishes, fresh as much as possible, straight from the garden onto the table. So we want about 475 mils of natural yogurt. I've got some 1% plain natural yogurt here, so I will stick some of that in, about half a tin's worth here. A bit more. Take that out. There we go. Ooh. So we want to take the yoghurt, give it a good whisk. I'm not the world's greatest whisker, just as I'm not the world's greatest chopper. So that's that. About a teaspoonful of salt. Same with sugar. And we want a teaspoon and a half of the mint sauce. Nice. This gives it that nice, fresh zinginess. I'll put that aside a sec. So we want an onion's worth. So this is about a small onion's worth there. So let me chop these up. So, as I said, this is one of the great sort of parts of the curry night. Actually, you just get in there. You're looking at the menu and you order your order the poppadoms and the different starters. And we're sat there chomping away in anticipation of one idiot in the group asking for the hottest curry in the house, and then thinking he's clever and asking for them to make it a bit hotter. And I do love just sitting there with the poppadoms, crunching away, mixing them up, a nice bit of the raita with a bit of the green chutney, all good stuff. So make sure the onion is nice and finely chopped. We want that crunch as well in the raita, but we don't want the onion to take it over with big chomping bits. Right, there's the onion. Once we've done that, you can put a whole chilli in. I'm just going to put half a chilli in because I normally want the raita to be the cooling mechanism within the three of them or the four, whatever the appetizers that you're having. And I don't want to be having a fiery green chutney and then thinking, oh, I'm going to cool myself down with a nice bit of yogurt, and then the yogurt being fiery as well. So I'm just going to put half of this chilli in here. You can put it to whatever you fancy the taste. Right, we want a couple of tablespoons of the honey. Beautiful. Adds a bit of silkiness to it. Give that a mix in. Lovely. Let's put the onion. Put the onion and the chilli in. And there we go. What we'll do is we'll just set this aside in the fridge, nice and cool, get them flavours to mingle in. And on to the next one, which is going to be, I think I will do the green chutney.